In fact, I think for me it's times 3 million because an international student.
Damn!
A black woman.
Damn!
Oh my gosh. Late me. Late me again. It's your girl. Hi guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hi, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. This is my second video. I'm gonna try and be consistent over here, but bear with me. Today's video is gonna be a get to know me, because before we get into the nitty-gritty, you gotta know who I am. You gotta know who you're working with, you know what I'm saying? But before that, my Olipop ginger ale. Yes, and thank you. Olipop, you know what you're doing with this one over here. I've had such a long day. I was making content and I have a lot to edit for the clock up. Today I shall be answering questions that people sent my way, so that y'all can properly get to know me. So let's get started. Also the face. Yummy delicious stuff. I'm gonna try and do this as quickly as I can because my light is about to give up on me. Let me go to my notes because that's where I wrote my questions. Let me just do a short introduction of who I am. My name is Lynn Muraya. I am 23 years old. I was born September 5th, so my birthday comes around the corner. You know what to do, yeah? And I'm from Nairobi, Kenya. Hey, the 254. Born and raised, okay? Don't get it twisted. I don't know where some of you got. No. Kenya, Nairobi, asante sana. Okay, now that that is settled, let's dive into these questions because they are quite a load. How was your experience studying in the US of the A? Next question. No, I'm kidding. A very interesting experience, I'm not gonna lie. I had my moments. I came here without a plan. I just wanted to leave home. No gonna lie. I left home just wanting an escape. And at the time, this land was of milk and honey. Don't even ask if that's what I see right now. A very interesting experience. I came here to find myself, which I feel like I did, and more. Guy. I have experienced experiences. Yeah. I went to Savannah College of Art and Design, aka Scout. I studied acting. Actually, I started off as undecided because I'm a woman of many talents. I started taking acting classes my freshman year and I enjoyed it more and more, so I stuck to acting. And then I did a little bit of jewelry, but that course was expensive. Guy, I was already paying an arm and a leg. Okay, so it's okay. At least I got the basics when it comes to making jewelry. I can make you a ring. There you go. But took acting and then graduated with the bachelor's in acting, summa cum laude. Your Janaya Murai is not for the weak. Please and thank you. Yeah, the system here is different. It's very different and a scary one, but with the right people you find your groove. Yeah, you find your rhythm. So yeah, the word is interesting because I've learned a lot. I've been here for 4 years, so yeah, I don't regret anything, I'm not gonna lie, because I have learned a lot about myself and what I like to do, what I don't like, you know, all that. And I feel like I grow every day whilst I'm here because it's a very interesting place to be. Next question. Hardest thing about moving away from Kenya? Hey.
Get ready.
Number one, food. My mother, I am so sorry that I took for granted your githeri and your mokimo. And those tereres, even though they couldn't necessarily go down my throat smoothly. I missed I miss Kenyan food. The authentic food. Oh, hi! Hadi kuku, it does not taste like kuku. Chicken does not taste like chicken. Explain. 5 marks. The GMOs. Definitely GMO over here. The long distance as well was a bummer because it's an 8-hour difference between home and here. And making the time to speak to my family, especially my siblings, was really tough, especially being in school. With my schedule, for some reason, it never aligned. Whenever, like my siblings are coming from school, that's when I'm leaving to go to class. And by the time I'm coming home, like at 4:30 p.m., hey, wamelala. So I never really used to talk to my family. Like I'm telling you, there were times where I would go like months. Oh, yes, idea, dada. And on top of that, I don't have a lot of relatives here in this US of the A. So the loneliness at some point hit me like a truck, boom, like that way. But all that to say, food and not being around my family like I was used to when I was home. Yeah. 3. Do you ever take your bracelets off? Are they special? That's the first thing you're gonna hear whenever Lynn Mariah walks in the room. No, I don't take them off. These 4, I actually used to have like 6. I can proudly say that these are Kenyan-made, authentic beads, mined from the grounds of Nairobi, Kenya. Then I have my I have 3 Kenyan bracelets. This small white one I was given by my high school teacher when he came to view the campus sometime last year. Do you know how weird it was to see my high school teacher in my college? And have lounge with him? So weird. He came bearing gifts and I was like, oh, that's so cute. And then I have my name, Lynn, bracelet with me. Honestly, I like collecting bracelets, especially like from home. Whenever I'm lonely, nashikilia, and I don't feel as lonely anymore. I also have a bracelet that my younger sister gave to me, my whole heart, my whole chest. So I don't really take them off because I like to have kelele. You can hear me when I walk in the building. What are your post-grad plans? Let me leave that question to the last question because guys, that one is a lengthy response. Actually, just start sending me your prayers because hey, it's not looking good, bruv. What inspired me to move to New York, and am I looking to dance professionally? Ooh. First and foremost, out of all the cities, after further research, in terms of, I know it's expensive, hear me out. In terms of being able to move around, the efficiency, iko juu. And my girlfriend's also from New York, so it also helps us kidogo in case anything happens again to Lynn Huraya. At least I'm not left out like, whoa, isaidia mtoto wa mtu. Yeah. Because guys, but in terms of efficiency, very high. Their transport and communication system, superb. Being in the south, kama una gari, be prepared for money to go to, specifically to Ubers. Guy, it's no joke. $40 Uber. One trip, let alone to and fro. One. No thanks, not in this economy. Moving on swiftly. Silly me to forget the other half of the question, but I'm definitely not opposed to dancing professionally in the New York of the city. I'm going to see what the city gives me, and then I will maximize it to its fullest effect. Do you ever regret moving even for a moment? Hey, hizi ni questions mnataka kujua so that you do out. Let me sip. Gosh. So delicioso. I don't think I would say regret. I don't think there's anything I regret because I moved accordingly with the information that I had at that time when I was coming here and for the time I have been here. So I have generally moved in ways that would benefit me, doing my best every day. Regret is a strong word. If anything, I think I'm grateful that I took that leap of faith to move not 1 mile, not 2, not even 100, but 1,000 miles away from home with no plan at the time whatsoever. And I'm still standing strong. Boom, boom, boom. Please. You know that I love whatever's wrong with you. Yeah, you will see it through this video. So bear with me. I'm very chaotic, but that is who Lynn Muraya is. Okay. What part of your personality is 100% because you grew up in Kenya? Oh my gosh. I love this one. I would say my ability to entertain. I am an entertainer. I very much do like to entertain people. I think I was just naturally born with it. I always knew that I'd be doing something on stage, dancing, performing in any which way, because I think the ability to bring people together and just laugh and have a good time, please, that's right up my alley. But aside from that, people wanna pita wakiniangalia. Gosh me, I'm shy. Please, take it easy. But apart from that, I would say being carefree and spontaneous. Does that count? That's what at least I think how Kenyans move. Please don't shoot me. Don't cancel me if I'm saying wrong things, but I think Kenyans are very carefree people. Very much like,
I'm finding it.
I don't give a fuck type energy. I don't know why I whispered. Like kwani ni kesho type energy, because you only live once, and I think I appreciate a lot of that when it comes to Kenyans. The first time the move actually felt real. I'm not gonna lie, I think it hit down the line like my sophomore year when I properly settled in acting. It hit me when I was part of a play, African Mean Girls play by Jocelyn Bio. Actually, very highly recommend. And I was massive, by the way, if you cared. When I was performing and I was like, oh, I can't ask my parents to come because I am all alone. Yeah, that was something. I think that's when it was like, whoa, wait, I'm actually not home. Like, I'm actually in a different country, just pursuing my dreams and living it up and learning new skills and meeting new people every day. I don't get to go home and tell my parents this is what's going on. Wow. That's when I was like, yeah, I'm really doing big girl things. Oi! I was up on stage doing what I love to do, but my parents are not here to see me. It was really like a tough time, but my friends were there for me. Yeah. Have you changed in the last 3 years? Yeah, baby. In the last 4 months. Oh, I change every day. I'm a chameleon. Very much so. I'm not the same. In fact, every time I go home, I tell my family, kujeni na flashcards, kujeni kwa hii dining table. Let me introduce myself to thee. In fact, the friends that I had back home, when I go properly back home and establish myself and we catch up, it's gonna have to be a reintroduction, because Lynn Muraya of 2021 is not the same as Lynn Muraya of 2026. Do you got it? Yeah, so don't be confused. In fact, I always tell people, don't be too comfortable. Don't be too comfortable, because I will show you that you do not know. Utajua ujui. Some of you will be too comfortable with people's lives. Hey! No, not over here. I will show you that you don't know. There are very interesting human beings out here. Trade KV. Okay. Wow. A fear that did come true and what you learned from it. Yo. I would say from the past couple of months and what I've experienced, I think I would say being in a position where I am not secure and not particularly having to do something about it, because which I will circle back to the question that I skipped, but I am on OPT, meaning I can work legally, but I can only work in my career field. Now, it's already hard being here or finding a job as an international student, right? And being in the artsy department, don't even get me started. I already know what it comes with being an actor, auditioning for roles on end and getting rejections. Now, unfortunately for me, the time that I have, it's not even a year, it's like 9 months. The time that I don't have the time to waste. In fact, I should have found a role by yesterday, but it's the kind of leisure of like waiting and like figuring it out. I don't have. According to the system, I should have been stable and ready to keep the ball rolling by last year. But unfortunately, life doesn't even life like that. And so I don't know what kind of system they expect. You know what? That is a story and another vlog or video for another day, because I can talk hours on end about that. Very much so, being in a position where like I don't have that security of even providing basic needs for myself. But I think overall I've learned that in the end you just pick yourself up and keep going, because it is part of the journey. And as much as everything you feel like is going against how you thought things were going to be, it's part of the journey, and just take me day by day, or by my mantra, hour by hour. Because nimeonyeshwa shege in this country. Whoa, you really never know the next minute. But please, all this is to say I'm well and good. I have a very good supportive system, and they're helping me in the best way that they can. Love to you guys. Something you're still figuring it out about yourself. Ooh. I guess how I would go about my career and building myself a legacy when I go back home, especially after not being home for over 4 years now. I look, have a fear, not even of missing out necessarily, but how I will fit in, because I'm not the same person like I said I was. And it's just things that I think about the acting industry not being as big as, you know, here in the US of the A. It's just things that I'm definitely trying to understand. I hope that aligns with the question. Yeah, but seeing how that plays about, I've been like doing my research and seeing the type of things that are surfacing back home in terms of like performing arts. I've been following casting directors and all that. I'm trying to prepare myself as well, so that once I get back home, I don't necessarily feel like I did all that for nothing, you know? I'm dedicated to the craft and I enjoy doing what I do, so just see how that goes. I'm excited to bring some exciting energy, some pizzazz when I go back home. So yeah, that's, you know, basically what I'm trying to figure out. We shall see how that goes. I came here to steal the information so that I can go and help my country. Yeah, let me stop. Do you feel pressure choosing art as a career? You see,
the pressure is getting.
The pressure is definitely there. I feel like whether you like it or not. In fact, I think for me it's times 3 million, because an international student,
Damn.
a black woman.
Damn.
Oh my gosh. Late me again. The pressure is definitely on, but I think because I am focused, have the yearning to continue learning and to pursue this career and to acquire new skills and keep putting myself out there, I feel like I'm on the right path. And even though there are some times or some days that I have my moments I'm like, sasa nafanya nini? I think I'm reminded everything that I've been through, that I didn't come this far just for it to be this far. Oh, yes. I'm also not opposed to doing something different. I think I am someone who advocates for doing different things and picking up on different careers through your lifetime. Not gonna lie, why do you want to be in the same comfort of your desk every day? Do something different. Like, you only live once, so use it to the maximum. Maybe I'm using it to the pro max. Yeah, a style of dance that scares you but you want to try. Ooh, I wouldn't say it scares me because I have tried it. But I think out of all the dance styles that I have learned or that I acquired either when I was younger or when I came to uni, it's definitely ballet. Props to you guys. Let me give you your flowers. Your flowers, well deserved. That takes skill. I learned it and I enjoyed it, but it's not my cup of tea. It's not my favorite, because as someone who was taught that I should be one with the ground, not on releve, my feet to the ground. Just lick or something. Appreciate the art. I like to watch it, let me not lie. Y'all be looking very graceful and very beautiful up there. Wow. Last question, guys. I'm very tired. I'm not gonna hold you, I'm not gonna lie. But of course I'll be back to yap with you as time goes by, right? Something about the US education system that surprised you. I'm not even gonna lie when I say this. I was not surprised. I think, if anything, the intensive program that the Kenyan education system runs, a very, very strict program. Well, let me not speak now, because that was then when I was back in high school and primary school. It was a very strict program of education. Now I don't know if that's still the case, but to the point where I was really considering it was not for me at some point, but I came here and cruising. Kwanza, the first year of college. Homework was being submitted. Very, very early. It was like doing 1 + 1 is 2, -1 is 3 quick math. It was a breeze. Maybe because of also the major I was taking. Sorry to the ones who was doing, I don't know, architecture, what? Sorry. But I think the intensive education system in Kenya really helped me in college. I'm not gonna lie, especially with my time management. On back, very much so, was like, thank you for a break, because hey, back home it's like, I don't know what they are preparing us for. At least for my major, it was easy breezy. It also helped me like memorize scripts and analyze. Yeah, really helped me a lot. So the system was not a joke. In fact, smooth sailing, some would say. Guys, my camera said no storage, so we're gonna have to wrap it up. I'm so sorry. But like I said, I'm here to stay. So do like this, breathe, relax. I love you. Last question, circling back to the question, what are your post-grad plans? This system of the US of the A, you are given 1 year for OPT, having to work legally, but specifically in the career path that you took whilst you were in college. Not anything, not barista, not Uber driver, no. What you graduated with, which degree? I chose acting. Yeah, I only have 8 months technically to figure it out. And it's not easy. I have not given up because I haven't come this far to come this far, and I've been through a lot for me not to do my best. So at the minute it's undefined, but I'm definitely putting myself out there. Hopefully everything just works out, but yeah, that's all I can do, really and truly. Keep putting yourself out there, I guess. I think that's it, guys. We have come to the end. I have answered all the questions that I have received. Thank you for sending them my way. I hope you enjoy this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Hope you've learned a thing or two about Limuraya. Yeah. I am here to stay. Okay, relax. I'm gonna try and be consistent. Now, I don't want to make promises I can't keep. Ooh. But I'm definitely gonna try and be consistent and post some more. Okay, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for tuning in, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye bye.